make sure that they fit into their respective race cars, and then we're going to get to the introductions and a chance to talk to them a little bit before they go out for their 10-lap anything goes top dog invitational race here at Lee USA Speedway. First of all, we'd like to introduce the driver of the Penrose Firecracker Olds from Corpus Christi, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, Bobby Labonte. Next up, the driver of the Cox Treated Lumber Pontiac from St. Louis, Missouri, Kenny Wallace. Next up, the driver of the Motorcraft Ford Thunderbird from Conover, North Carolina, ladies and gentlemen, Morgan Shepherd. And the driver of the Pennzoil Pontiac Grand Prix from Davidson, North Carolina, Michael Waltrip. And the driver of the Morgan McClure Kodak Gold Film Delco Remy Chevy Lumina from Salsa, California, the winner of the Daytona 500, ladies and gentlemen, Ernie Irvan. Wait a minute, where are you from?
Salinas, California.
Salinas, California. And we said you were from Davidson, North Carolina.
Oh, that's where I'm from.
Formerly Owensboro, Kentucky.
All right. Where are you living these days?
Davidson, North Carolina.
Okay. And damn proud of it. All right, the drivers get strapped into their cars. Our guest starter tonight, they're going to go 15 laps. Our guest starter tonight will be Mike Kalanoff of Speedway Scene. Go get him, Mike. Mike, are you ready for this?
I'm not really. I'd rather be up there than...
All right. While the drivers are getting strapped into their race cars, Jerry Major is going to have a few words with some of the drivers. Jerry?
We got the lineup tonight has been devised by none other than Mike Waltrip. He wanted to put the young Lions up front, so Kenny Wallace will be on the pole, Bobby Labonte to his outside. Behind him will be Morgan Shepherd, then Ernie Irvan, and Michaels will bring up the rear just to get a few tricks out of their sleeves, he says. We'll go up and talk to Kenny Wallace while he's buckling in the car. Rusty Wallace normally drives the Cox wood-treated number 36 Pontiac on the Busch Grand National Tour. Qualified third today up the New Hampshire International Speedway. We'll lose you when we get down there. You had a good qualifying run at New Hampshire today. How you feeling about tomorrow's race up there?
Well, you know, I'm just happy to be in Oxford. Just can you hear me? Yeah, there we go. I'm just happy to be here, and Bertie set me up with the car here to have a little bit of fun tonight, and just glad to be here.
Well, Kenny's had a good run so far in the Busch Grand Nationals. He was Rookie of the Year in 1989. He won the pole for the Goodies 300 in 1989, finishing 6th in points. One of the very successful drivers on the ASA Tour out west. Qualified third, as I said, up at New Hampshire today. So far this year, he has one win to his credit, no poles. Currently setting second in points, only 72 behind this other young fella.
I want to add, Jerry, that he's going to be driving car number 11. That's owned by Marshall Hurley and Dennis Gagliotti. That car specially prepared for Kenny tonight here at Lee USA Speedway.
All right, why don't you tell us who's Bobby Labonte, the 27 car, I believe.
All right, Bobby Labonte will be in the 27. That's owned by Del Channing, the driver Steve Channing here at Lee USA Speedway. Ernie Irvan will be in the A1. The owner, of course, Bob and Millie Nolette. Tewksbury Mass, driven by Scott Bonney. The 43 will be driven by Michael Waltrip, owned by Steve Shivany of Bill Ricka Mass, normally driven by Kenny Gillis here at Lee. And the number 62 Pro Stock will be driven by Morgan Shepherd, owner C.J. Stewart of Claremont, New Hampshire, current point leader at Claremont Speedway with Roger Raymond as the driver of that number 62.
Ernie Irvan, where did we put him? Right up here. Ernie Irvan, of course, qualified 12th today up the New Hampshire Speedway. Normally drives the Kodak number 4 Lumina. Currently third in points. The winner of the Daytona 500 this year. He is ninth. He finished 9th in points last year. Third so far this year. He had 3 poles last year and 1 so far this year. Doing very well. As I said, he qualified 12th. Ernie, how does it look for you up the New Hampshire Speedway tomorrow?
Well, not too good tomorrow, but we're worried about Sunday. You know, our Mac Tools distributor car is running good up there. And first time I've been to New Hampshire, and And I'm pretty pleased with the way the team's worked up here, and we're looking forward to a good race on Sunday.
Well, we're real happy to have you up here. We get to watch a lot on TV, and we're glad to see you setting third in points, and we wish you the best of luck for the rest of the year in the Winston Cup Series.
Okay, I tried to get Michael let me start in the back, but he wouldn't. So I might just fall back and start beside him.
Probably because his eyesight's bad. Starting outside of him or inside of him will be Morgan Shepherd. Morgan Shepherd drives the Bud Moore Motorcraft number 15. Morgan qualified 16th at New Hampshire today. Morgan has finished 5th in points last year. Is currently sitting 11th. He has 3 Winston Cup wins. His last one was not his last one, but he also won with a man out of Oxford, Maine, with Dick Bear at Darlington. He's done real well. He's racing the Oxford 250 many times. He's done a lot of things, and we're real proud to have Morgan here. Morgan, things are looking good for you up to New Hampshire on the weekend?
Yeah, we're running pretty good. The Texas Pete Southern Virginia Ford qualified 16th. We wasn't satisfied with our qualifying effort because we'd run pretty good in practice, but we're looking forward to a good race Sunday, and we're just up here to have a lot of fun.
Well, Morgan's one of the good old boys that we love having in the North. He's been here many times for the Oxford 250. Good luck to you tonight and again on Sunday.
Thanks a lot, and I appreciate these boys letting me drive this Ford Thunderbird.
All right, Morgan Shepherd. Then the other young lion over here, Michael Waltrip. There's Michael Showcar. Michael qualified 7th at New Hampshire International Speedway today. He's run many years on the Busch Winston Cup Series already. Started with Dick Bear, now drives for that famous Bahari Pennzoil crew, one of the clean cars. Michael won the pole at the Budweiser 500, outside pole at the Charlotte 600. He sat on the pole and won the Winston Open this year. Michael, you had a good run at up there today for Sunday, and what's your thoughts? You're sitting on the back tonight. Why did you just pick this position?
Well, I don't know. I thought it'd be more fun coming from the back to the front than going from the front to the back, so I didn't want to take any chances, so I'm going to start in the back and see if I can't whoop up on these boys.
All right, Michael, congratulations on your good season so far with Pennzoil and Bahari, and good luck tonight to all you boys. I guess we're ready to go racing, and I know Michael's ready.
I think if they're just about ready, they're set to go. "15 laps." Our guest starter, Mike Kalanoff, up on the starter's stand, assisted by Don Horvath. Mike's just glad he doesn't have to count the laps, and that we can keep track of them on the Coors Extra Gold Lee USA Speedway scoreboard over in the second turn. George McAllister at the wheel of the Motorcraft Ford Thunderbird pace car. Shuts off the lights atop the pace car. And we are set to go. 15-lap sprint, the Top Dog Invitational at Lee USA Speedway, brought to you by SM Franks. Set to go 15 laps. The stars of the Winston Cup Series and the Busch Grand National Series ready to take the green from Mike Kalanoff, and they do. Right to the lead goes the 11 of Kenny Wallace, being challenged by Morgan Shepherd on the outside. Shepherd up on the outside of Kenny Wallace, tucks the Ford Thunderbird into turn 3. Trouble in the turn, the 27. That Bobby Labonte gathers it back up and is going to have to go some to catch the rest of the field. Morgan Shepherd the leader. Kenny Wallace runs second. Michael Waltrip is third. And the A1 of Ernie Irvan runs in the fourth spot. Morgan Shepherd continues to open up his lead. No stranger to that type of car. A Ford Thunderbird leads. Now about a 5 or 6 car length lead for Morgan Shepherd. Kenny Wallace runs second. Michael Waltrip is third. Ernie Irvan is fourth. Irvan right there trying to challenge Waltrip for that third spot, coming around to complete 5 laps. No changes in the running position as Ernie Irvan gets just a little loose going into turn 1. Gathers it back up but loses some ground on Waltrip. Some smoke coming from the 62 of Morgan Shepherd. As he's driving the wheels off that car, they'll get the cross flags this time halfway. Starting to get a fair amount of smoke from that 62, but he continues to run. Wallace is second, Waltrip is third, Ernie Irvan runs fourth, and Bobby Labonte is fifth. '62 starting to run a little sour as it runs down the backstretch, and sparks from the 27 of Bobby Labonte. Sparks from the 27, and he'll take that car on the pit road. Bobby Labonte is out of it. Four laps to go this time by. Second, third, and fourth run together. Kenny Wallace, Michael Waltrip, and Ernie Irvan. The race is for second as Morgan Shepherd continues to lead. Waltrip looks to the high side of Kenny Wallace. Irvan goes to the inside. The battle for third as they race down the backstretch. They'll get 2 laps to go this time. 2 to go. Wallace continues to hold him off. Waltrip right there, and Ernie Irvan looking to make a move. Waltrip right on the back bumper of Kenny Wallace. 1 lap to go. They freight train it through the first and second turn and down the backstretch. Morgan Shepherd will hold on to win in the 62. Now the race for second. Off the fourth turn they come to the line. Kenny Wallace finishes second. Michael Waltrip third, and Ernie Irvan fourth. Morgan Shepherd with a fair amount of smoke coming from that Ford Thunderbird by Roger Raymond. He will take it off on a big... They stop, brought their cars down to the Red McDonald to the start-finish line. McDonald to the start-finish line. And the winner makes his way back to the start-finish line. Morgan Shepherd in the number 62. climbs out of that smoking Ford Thunderbird. Let's talk to the competitors and the way they finished. Kenny Wallace finished second in the number 11, and it looked like it got a little competitive there towards the end.
Well, my motor's kind of going sour, and I think it had to be swerving Irvan behind me. I felt a little budgier towards the end of the race, but now, who was it, Waltrip? Yeah, that's all right. He's my buddy. He didn't spin me out, though. I just want to say thanks to everybody here, and thanks to everybody who got this car together. The car just had a miss in the motor, but man, a lot of fun. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out, and it's good to come to a racetrack where we got good race fans and the stands are packed.
All right, Kenny Wallace, ladies and gentlemen. Third place finisher, and this was a close third place. Michael Waltrip in third. Well, almost.
Who is that that's holding me up, anyway?
I'll tell you, it got tight. It looked like you tried the outside there at one point, and Ernie Irvan was right there to challenge on the inside.
Yeah, Kenny's motor looked like it wouldn't run down the straightaway. I think he's running too much spoiler on the back. It's hurting him, but my car was great. It pushed early, and it finally came around to where it was handling right, and we were running pretty good. Me and Ernie having a big time, and I started to spin Kenny out, but I figured this was all for fun and shouldn't do that, so just kind of finished where I did.
Third place finisher, Michael Waltrip, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, the A1 finishing up in Ernie Irvan for the fourth place, and I'll tell you, it was close. It could have been anybody's race for second there.
Yeah, for second, Morgan was gone, wasn't he? Morgan ought to get that car to run Sunday, huh? Morgan, you want to run that car Sunday?
Well, it looked like you had a shot there when Michael pushed high just a little bit in one of the turns, and you tried to get a nose down underneath there, but not quite.
Well, I'd rather hit Michael and make him hit Kenny and get by them both, but it didn't work. And Kenny thought it was me behind him, so he would have blamed it on me anyway, so it didn't really matter. But, you know, these guys have a pretty good race car here. I think I abused their tires a little bit. I don't know if they'll be able to run them the rest of the night, but you know, I hope the fans all enjoyed it. You know, a lot of people think we stage a lot on this. I think you can see we weren't staging a whole lot tonight, and you know, we run the cars as hard as we can. Sometimes it's not as fast as the guys that drive them all the time. Sometimes it's a little faster. Probably tonight a little slower, but we had a good time.
All right, nice going, and good luck this weekend.
Thanks.
Ernie Irvan, ladies and gentlemen. And before we go over to victory lane, let's talk to the guy that dropped out before the finish of the race, Bobby Labonte. What happened out there?
Well, it looks like I cut down a left front tire, but you know, I just like to thank everybody here because it's a really neat place here. You know, it's a little hard to get used to, but you know, the car was pretty good. It's a little bit short. I'm a little bit short for the car. I was having trouble reaching the pedals, but you know, it was a lot of fun.
All right, Bobby Labonte, ladies and gentlemen. Right back to victory lane. And our winner tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Morgan Shepherd. Nice job.
Well, you know, even that motorcraft oil smokes a little bit there.
Well, we were getting a little nervous. Saw a lot of smoke from about halfway on there.
Yeah, we undoubtedly had a valve cover leaking or something, but these guys did a real good job. You reckon maybe I could get them over at the Speedway where maybe they could help me? This is the first race I've won this year.
Well, listen, you're no stranger to these Thunderbirds, and you certainly got it around here tonight.
Thank you. The car worked real well.
All right, well, winner of the Top Dog Invitational tonight here in Victory Lane. Congratulations, Morgan Shepherd.
Thank you.
And to all of the drivers, good luck this weekend up at NHIS, that's for sure.